The jewelry box I designed was pretty straightforward, pretty simple, so I wanted to add a little something on the top that, that jazzed it up a bit. I was going for a sort of a vague fan carved thing, but my first attempt, I used this 1¼ inch diameter round nose bit. As you can see, I just used it on some scrap here. Really wide. It was just too big for the box. It just overwhelmed the box. I also added some relief down here on the bottom, just to give it a little bit of a flow, but it's just too much. I went from there to a smaller bit. This is a 3/4 inch diameter bit, round nose, and used it in my router to plow these grooves. They're all in line with each other, and they are all, well, these are about 1¼ inch long. They go about halfway through the piece, and I would have added some more sculpting on the bottom to mirror them, if I thought that this was the final that this was the final design. It was a little bit too static for my liking, and still a little bit thick, a little bit chunky for what I was doing. It's a small jewelry box. It's on the feminine side, and this was still just a little bit static for me. Still using the same 3/4 inch diameter round nose bit, I routed some grooves in this piece of maple, but instead of making them all straight, all parallel with each other, I set them on a slight angle. So the first one's straight, then the ones beside it are on a slight angle, and the ones on the outside are on even more of an angle. It was working much better for me. There was some movement, but it still wasn't quite enough. And even once I put the sculpting on the underside, it was close, but it wasn't quite there. What I decided to do was to keep the middle one at this length, but then shorten the second the second and the fourth one here a little bit shorter, and then shorten the first and the fifth one here even shorter, so there was a bit of a curve to them. I also decided that the 3/4 inch bit was just too thick for this small box, so I went down to a narrower bit and set it in my router with everything, and used a template to route into my box. Now, if I didn't use all this scrap, I would have wasted how much Bubinga? I have no idea. Not only is scrap a lot cheaper than Bubinga, but when I was working on some of the cedar and some of the spruce, it's just a lot easier to work with, a lot easier to shape. After I routed the grooves, I used some files, some chisels and whatnot to shape them a little bit, and it just goes so much easier when you're dealing with spruce as opposed to Bubinga or any other kind of figured woods.